Hello everyone, welcome to today's JavaScript tutorial. In this lesson, we'll explore how to extract specific elements from an array. Our task is to create a new array containing only the first and last elements from a given array of integers. This kind of problem is common when working with data processing, where we need to focus on specific parts of a dataset. Together, we'll break down the problem, write down the code step by step, and understand how it all works. So let's get this started and see how JavaScript helps us achieve this with ease. Let's first understand the problem we are solving. The objective is to take an array of integers and create a new array containing just the first and last elements of the input array. For example, if the input array is 10, 20, 30, 40, we extract the first element 10 and the last element 40 to form a new array 10, 40. It's a simple yet practical task that helps us strengthen our understanding of array manipulation in JavaScript. With this clear goal in mind, let's dive into the code. Here's the JavaScript code to solve the problem. First, we define a function named started that takes an array nums as input. Inside the function, we initialize an empty array, array1, which will store our result. Then we use the push method to add the first element nums0 and the last element nums.length -1 to the new array. Finally, the function returns array1, which contains only the first and last elements of the input array. We've also included some test cases at the bottom to demonstrate how the function works. As you can see, the approach is simple yet effective. Let's break down the function into simple steps. First, you create an empty array. We begin by creating an empty array called array1. Next, extract the first element. Using nums0, we retrieve the first element of the input array. Next, extract the last element. Using nums.length -1, we access the last element of the array, regardless of its length. Then, we add elements to the new array. We then use the push method to add these two elements to array1. Also, return the new array. Finally, we return the new array containing the first and last elements. By following these steps, we ensure that our function works correctly and efficiently. Here's an example using the array 20, 20, 20. The first element is 20 and the last element is 30. When we run the function, it extracts these two values and combines them into a new array 20, 30. This demonstrates how the function handles arrays of different values, ensuring only the first and last elements are included. In this example, the input array is 5, 2, 7, 8. The first element is 5, and the last element is 8. The function processes the array, extracts these two values, and returns a new array, 5 and 8. This confirms that the function works seamlessly even with larger arrays. Finally, let's take a look at an example with the array 17, 12, 34, and 78. The function identifies the first element, 17, and the last element, 78, and combines them into a new array, 17 and 78. This example demonstrates the function's flexibility and effectiveness with arrays of varying sizes and values. Now let's see how we can write this function using modern ES6 syntax by leveraging arrow functions and array destructuring. We can make the code more concise, but keeping the logic the same. This is a great example of how JavaScript's modern features can simplify coding without sacrificing readability or functionality. In summary, we learned how to extract the first and last elements from an array using JavaScript. By combining these elements into a new array, we solved the problem efficiently. This task highlights how understanding array indexing and JavaScript methods, like push, can simplify complex problems. These skills are fundamental for working with arrays in JavaScript. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like, share and subscribe for more JavaScript videos. See you next time.